It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Right away, they'll change the look. Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for Washington. First down.
Buffalo 18, Mustang 19, Panther 11, 19 tight, 19 Lion. Dragon 60. Check, Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hey.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Come on. Hey. Panther 60, Panther 60. Eagles, 60 Eagles. Seven Pirates. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, his first throw of his playoff matchup is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Purdy from the gun. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Purdy. And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It'll be a loss loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 45 yards. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
70 Ranger, Viking 18.
Here's Daniels. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. To throw is Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 bounce catch, 60 bounce, trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Daniels going to throw for it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And the Niners are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
McCaffrey fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Get set. Yellow. Up.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60.
Now Daniels. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Trap 50, trap 50. 18, Rodler, 8, Buffalo 18.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
On the jump. 60 Bobcats. 60 by 10.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. Back to throw again. That is into the hands of Krasky-Merritt. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Mustang 19. 19. Come 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight. Riggs. Riggs. 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. And it'll be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds here. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Purdy now to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Purdy on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Trey Amos. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So another interception for him on the year. He is making quite a splash in his rookie campaign.
And most linebackers feel they're lucky if they get 1 or 2 of these a year, because once you start getting to 3, 4, and 5, that's when you know you've got a special player and something the quarterbacks have to account for.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. With the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Purdy looking to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he's got this down to the 35.
17 more yards. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Connects with Kittle underneath. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here is 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro.
46-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Here we go. Red coconut, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Daniels looking to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, for incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Crease here as he's past the 30. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Here's Daniels. Oh, that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, when the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. To throw is Daniels. And that'll be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Here we go. Stack. 19, 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Now Daniels. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Trap 60, trap 60, 18.
Daniels going to throw for it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lane. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think you're going to be successful. Not so far in this game. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Get set, get set.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
McCaffrey on the counter. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Zay Flowers, 45 yards. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them in the turnovers, they've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Barrett.
Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Krosky Barrett.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Come on.
Again, it's Krosky Barrett. Well, he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Up the middle they go. McGowan. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To the air goes Daniels. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane, 36 yards. And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. The point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead is down to 24.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Get set. Get set.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
At the 13-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
And they will take a knee here.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.